We have cooking 3, an absurd amount of now edible potatoes, and almost everything we need for a travois. The time has finally come. Hello Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of the Long Dark in our Against All Odds series. So, I'm carrying around a ton of water right now. We did just like generally melt a lot of snow over the stove last night. But let's take a look at these saplings, shall we? Those look pretty cured, but they're not completely cured. There's 85% still to go, which is less than a day. Less than a day. So what we need to do is read that last book to pass the time, which is totally doable. So that's kind of what I was coming into this episode thinking I would do if the stuff wasn't done yet, and it's not. So let's go ahead and do, let's say, 8 hours at a time. Am I ready for that? Yeah, I'm ready for that. Let's read for 8 hours. Now, of course, we're not going to get all 8 of those because it's too dark to read. We're going to get 6. That's fine. I could... I've used most of my coal on the fire. I have some coal left, and there's, of course, plenty of coal still left in the basin. Which is where my stuff is waiting for me. So I could get a fire going and read a little bit more by firelight. It would take some time to break up some of the stuff I need for the fire. So there's a part of me that just wants to, like, knowing that I'm carrying around all this extra stuff, knowing that I, like, need daylight to read, there's a part of me that just wants to pass the time and burn through some of these resources. It's not the most efficient way to do things, but it might be the fastest way in terms of getting that travois as soon as possible. Because I want it at this point. Alright, so... Oh, there's 3 rosehip pies. Nice. So I think I've made rosehip pies before, I just haven't made them that often. It gives a bit of a headache when you eat it. But it gives you, like, I guess it gives you additional energy, which is interesting. So it's different from what rosehips do when you have them as a tea, which is to be expected. All right, I officially don't need to eat anything else. So, there's nothing more I need to, like, harvest at the moment. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna pass some time. It hurts a little bit. I mean, I could sharpen some stuff, but that's not very interesting, is it? Like, let's pass some time, then we'll sleep. It's not really hurting anything to pass this time. Yeah, see, now I can put the bedroll down, just right here. Sleep for 5 hours. Wait a minute. Drink water. First. Sleep for 5 hours, I'll say 6. Yeah, we stayed up most of the night cooking in the previous episode, so it makes sense that, it perfectly follows that we didn't actually have a lot of the day to get that first chunk of reading done. Fair enough, game. Fair enough. How dare you simulate correctly. Alright, so the sun is literally seconds from being up. We just need to pass a few more seconds. I could pass some time. Not for a full hour, but just like hit the button and hit escape immediately, and that's all I would need to do. But I should be good. Well, you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. It's not necessary, but... And boom. Done. So... Now let's take a quick look first of all. Yep, I'm totally good. Now let's do 8. Because I can get away with it. Okay, apparently I got thirsty, so I couldn't get away with 8. But at least I didn't lose condition due to being thirsty, which I think I said last episode that I would while I was reading, which of course wouldn't happen. Okay. Let me just chow down. I mean, I'm happy to plow through some of this food because there's no way I'm taking all this with me, right? So, the faster I get rid of this, the better. Also, the broth is still so heavy. But that's one of the things I'm curious about. Like, when it comes to the travois, like, I have not messed around with this thing, and I'm really curious to see how much it affects my ability to carry stuff around and get stuff done. So this will be interesting. Okay, so now let's continue reading. So we're as far through this book as we were through the first one when we found it. So let's try 7 hours. We won't quite get that far. We'll probably get, looks like 5. Ooh, 6. Not bad. All right, so now, first of all, let's agree. Those saplings are 1000% cured. So I just need to finish reading that book. I'm going to go upstairs to get some rest. I'm burning through my extra water, which is kind of perfect. It's really working out. And now I just need to sleep for 7 hours. We'll pass some time when we wake up, finish reading the book, and then go make the travois. It'll be perfect. A little bit more than 5 minutes into the episode. Not too bad. So let's pass time for 3 hours, then I'll sleep for maybe 2. Oh, maybe I won't actually, because I think I'm good with what I've got here. Although I'm a little bit disoriented in this room right now. Oh, there we go. I wasn't facing the way I thought I was when I looked up from the bed. Okay. Ooh, I didn't mean to eat one of the rosehip pies, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'll just, like...
Oh, come on.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. That's right. There's no actual way to remove the headache. You just have to wait for it to wear off. In my head, I was like, I'll just, you know... I'll just take some painkillers, because that's how it works. Not in the long dark, it doesn't. Alright, so we need to finish that book. 6 hours. This will get us to Rifle Firearm 3 before we ever touch a rifle in this game. Which we can agree is freaking funny. Cured maple sapling. So now... let's take a look at this. Travois is at the very bottom of this list. It does need a workbench, so we're going to go do that. And I don't, it appears, have a toolkit on me. I don't know if that's because I haven't found one yet, or if I left it down below, which would have been silly if I left it below. But I'm trying to think if there's anywhere where there is a toolkit. Okay, so now the question is, like, do I lug all my stuff with me now, or do I come back for it? Because remember, we're making the travois close to the point where we will actually descend down into the basin. So, like, anything that I'm going to take with me here, I need to consider the fact that I probably need to take it with me. And yeah, the more I think about that, yeah, we're going to bring those. I don't think I need to bring flares. I'm going to bring the gunpowder. I will probably find more dusting sulfur on these loot tables, so I'm not going to worry about that. I will bring the firearm cleaning kit. I'm going to do it on painkillers. I'm fine on painkillers. I'm going to leave those there. I will bring one box, of water purification tablets. There's that. And I think I got the rest of the stuff out of the fridge. I did. So that's empty. Nothing in the freezer. Let me make sure that I wasn't, like, looking at a particular tab there. I don't think I was, but I want to make sure. I was, actually. So, do I need a sewing kit, is the question. I've got 2. I can bring 1 more with me. I don't need that spray paint, especially now that we're leaving Milton. All right, so I'm a little bit encumbered, but that's, you know what, that's manageable. I like that. I can deal with that amount of encumbrance, especially given the fact that I'm about to chow down on some stuff. So, first of all, I'm going to go ahead and drink this broth. Or what I can of it, because that's a lot of extra weight. And the condition on it's not particularly good. So I'd prefer to chance that I still have broth, but that way I've lost a little bit of weight there. This porridge is already down to 46% condition, which is a shame. All right, let's get going. Now we're 10 minutes into the episode. I know, I shouldn't have said anything. Okay, let's step out onto the edge here. I don't hear any wolves howling. I don't see any wolves in the immediate vicinity. Oh, where did my clothes tear, by the way? That was one thing last episode that happened. That looks like mainly the wool mittens. That's fine. Oh, there's a wolf. Okay, so if you're there, how am I going to manage this? Are you crossing, or what are you doing? Okay, tell you what. There could be a wolf right over here behind these trees, so I could be being a little... I am definitely being a little foolhardy right now. There could also be a wolf back here in the wreckage of the schoolhouse area, but we'll risk it. We'll chance it. I hear a deer walking around, I think. Yep. Right, there's that bedroll that I'm not going to worry about. And there's the bridge. Believe it or not, there's the bridge down to the farmhouse area. There's still plenty of cattails on this river, by the way, so like if I had been in a position where I had less food, which all that cattail picking last episode ended up not really being too necessary, thankfully. But if I had been in a position where I had less food, I could have still walked up and down this section of the river. I can see cattails, I think, even right now. Yep, there's a couple in that thicket there. So it would have been fine. Okay, that's it. That's our spot. That's where we're going to make this thing. I just need to have an eye on wherever the lovely woodland friends are. Alright, there are two in that direction. That's a pretty good placement. Also, temperature's really good right now for getting work done, so I'm happy about that. I'm going to swing this way, give those wolves a wide berth, while also taking a look at this area here to see if there might be anything, perhaps, maybe. Looks pretty good. Okay. I've already come through that area once. It's been an interesting visit to Milton, you know, because what we did was we came to Milton and then kind of looked around. We went to the far side of Milton to see if the prepper cache was there. It ended up being abandoned, which was sad, because in Season 7 of Against All Odds, it was absolutely not abandoned. And then we, on the way back, were like, there's the cave to HRV. Do we just, like, ADHD the hell out of this right now and just go to HRV instead? And the answer in my head was a resounding yes. So that's what happened. And so then we, you know, explored HRV, looked around, had a fun time. All the while, things were curing here that needed to cure, so we were deliberately passing time as well, which was nice. There's a mountaineering rope. Okay. But then, we came back, and we've been kind of finishing up our visit ever since. Alright, now I've already checked those drawers, I believe. Let me look on top, just to make sure I didn't overlook anything. Alright. Nothing else here. Anything else up top? It'd be interesting if you could get up there. Seems like that's meant to be... I mean, not in-game, but clearly that's meant as like a storage area up high. But, okay, workbench. Travois. How long does it take to make? Wait. 3 hours? That's it? Are you serious right now? Just 3 hours to make this thing. What? Get out of town. Let's go. I can make it right now. Without blinking an eye. Let's frickin' go. Holy crap. Holy crap. Holy crap. Holy crap. I can't even speak words. Where is it? How do you do the thing? Here it is. Right. It's only 2.2 pounds when you carry it. That's nice. I like that. Condition starts out at 100% condition. I like that. So, like, I'm pretty tired. It might be worth staying in the barn for a night, so that's what I'll do. We'll take a moment to organize it. I'm not going to actually put anything inside it, like, inside. Obviously, I can't, because, like, we have to drag it. I mean, I imagine the travois can't be brought indoors. So you kind of have to leave stuff outside. But let's, is there anywhere else I could look here that I haven't? I've been here 2 times, and I've been... I literally called 2 episodes ago a little light paranoia because I was so convinced that I had somehow missed a rifle somewhere in my brain that I was like, I've got to look. I've got to find it. I haven't given into that temptation yet that I mentioned of, like, looking at the maps. Because I'm sure I'll figure out eventually where else a rifle might have spawned here. And part of me still wants to learn it organically, but I might. I've done enough organic exploration in Milton over the years that I'm not super concerned about doing the stuff myself as much anymore. Okay, so let's take a look at, first of all, water. Wait, am I out of water? No, it's just not the heaviest thing I'm carrying. Okay. Let's go ahead and consume the tomato soup. First of all, because it's high condition, and we don't want the tomato soup to get low condition now, do we, Legion? We want that to be nice, high condition tomato soup. So that we don't have to argue about anything. That is an inside joke. You had to be here. If you weren't, I'm not going to say I'm sorry, because that would devalue the joke for the people that were here, but you had to be here. So, yeah. I need to make some more water. I really do. I can't leave this zone without water, so even if it's just a little bit, because I don't have anything to drink at the moment. So let's break down some wood. God knows there are planks all over this house. It won't be too challenging to get a fire going and make enough water to kind of make my escape with the travois. I'm excited. This is going to be cool. So, yeah, I'll break down... I really don't need to break this one down, but I'll do it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I need to pass some time anyway, so... Oh, you know what I didn't bring with me? Crap. I need to go back to grandmother's. I didn't get the stuff off the stove. That's the one thing I forgot, is the cooking stuff off the stove. I will find more, but I need the pan and the cooking pot. So we've got the travois. We'll have to head back. I guess, yeah, the best time to do so is to head back now then, because then I can sleep there and head out. Okay, so quick change of plans. These things happen. We still have daylight. Doesn't look like it, but we do. I don't love the fog. Not a massive fan of the amount of fog right now, I have to say. Generally, not in favor of the low visibility, because I do need to make it back the entire path that I just followed. We have the travois now, though. That's what matters. And making it back to the transition point will not be particularly hard. I just need to be rested, and I need to have all the things that I'm carrying down with me. Now, one of the challenges is I'm going to have to make multiple trips. And I also don't have a lot of coffee. So, yeah. I'll have to find a way to kind of cut what I'm carrying in half. It won't be too hard. Like, I think I can do it. But I have to find a way to cut what I'm carrying in half. Drop that. Go down the ropes. Leave the other half at the bottom. climb the ropes again. So that's one of the reasons I ideally would like to rest at the farmstead, because I'd be fully rested as I set out into that area. It's just better in a lot of ways. But I forgot the pans, so I need to go back and get the pans. So the plan is to go straight into the Forlorn Muskeg. We won't do too much exploring. Instead, we're going to favor heading straight for the Far Territory and for the Forsaken Airfield with the travois, where we will find plenty more gear. Probably an absurd amount of fleece mittens, let's be honest. And most importantly, we'll find the shortwave radio. Fog actually seems to be clearing a little bit as I head into town here. It's not as oppressive. Yeah, it is clearing. So I'm actually going to use that as an excuse to take a more direct route here. Alright, just kidding. There's a wolf right in the road. That's rude. I probably can just go around that wolf. It's the same one I dodged the first time. But I might not get so lucky using this same dodge technique the second time, because the wolf that likes to hang out by the bridge, assuming it's not the same wolf. Hello, demon. Alright, so the fact that the demon's over there... Okay, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. Alright, so there's the wolf right there. I'm going to just give him a nice wide berth. We're going to head over here. This is actually kind of perfect, because I can get inside. I can make the water that I need to make there. Make sure that I have absolutely everything I need. 2 wolves. Need to get a little bit farther, then I can just sprint. Really? You're going to start walking this way right now? That's what you're going to do. Yep, sprinting. That was honestly really close. That was really close. I'm surprised the wolf didn't charge. Okay. Let me not... I'm just going to immediately grab the things I need. Now, actually, no. What I'm going to do is start the fire. I have some gunpowder I can use for accelerant. How about that? I don't need to, but that's a hilarious thought. Also, we're at 95% fire starting chance now, because we did gain fire starting chance from all the work that we've been doing with cooking.
Come on, little fire. Come on. Perfect.
Okay, let's go ahead and toss all that on there. I'm going to try and hold on to my coal. Now let's make some water, which was the whole plan in the first place. Not going to make too much. Just enough to get me through the night and then some. So this is more fire than we genuinely need. Anything else I can cook? Not really. Anything else I can cook in the cans? Not really. I'm going to put the frickin' bow away, because that's just making things complicated. And let's pass some time. No, wait. Oh, that's rude. So that didn't actually fully work properly there. Now it will. I grabbed it by mistake. Can't remember the last time I did that, but I did. Okay. Let's take a torch. I'm not even going to go upstairs. It's not necessary. Let's just plop this thing down right here. Also, is the travois... Interesting. It doesn't appear on the radial yet anywhere. That's very interesting indeed. So there's no way to drop it down from the interface. A little bit disconcerting to be going to sleep while you can hear a fire crackling in the background in an old wooden house in a dry winter, you know? There's the aurora. Been a while since we've heard that noise, which is weird because one thing we have with this series is that the aurora are definitely cranked up. Okay, the sun is about to come up. I'm actually so ready to do this. Let's go ahead and just drink this. We need to get to the farmstead again. And I'm going to go ahead and consume this broth as well for the caloric value, but also to get rid of that carry weight. And we're going to eat some potatoes. I'm pretty happy about what my encumbrance is currently showing. It's not too bad. So let's see what we can do here. I just need to pass some time until this aurora is gone. So let's pass time for 3 hours. Alright, the aurora should be fully gone now. Gonna pick that back up. Now let's drink a little bit more water and make our way back past those wolves. Deja vu, I know. Let's grab the cooking pot. You thought I was going to forget again. Cooking pot and one skillet. We're going to leave the rest of them. I know, it hurts. But let's drop those two. Okay, as much as I would like to pick up the travois immediately as soon as I leave this house, as I make my way down, because I know that we have these wolves to deal with, I would rather not, because you have to drop the travois to deal with threats. And if there are going to be multiple wolves in the immediate vicinity, I can actually hear their footsteps right now. So I know at least one of them is still close. Yep, there's one over there, but I think there's one... Yep, there's one there. Okay, so same idea. We're gonna go down here. Wouldn't it suck if this was a death wall? It'd be a very short death wall, but just imagine. If I was just like casually walking down that little rock slope and the run just ended right there. Just imagine. Right before I actually got a chance to put the travois down. Can we just appreciate how hilariously tragic that would be? I would probably, like... I'm not sure if I would cry while laughing or laugh while crying. Or maybe just yes. Demon was playing hide and seek behind the trees. Saw that. Saw that. Okay. I did pick up my... Yeah, I got my bedroll. Got it. That would suck. Accidentally leaving the bedroll behind. So we're about 18 pounds over capacity. We're going to head to the farmstead, sleep for a bit just to be fully rested, and hope for good weather. Eat everything we can and drink everything we can to reduce carry weight, and then head to the edge of the cliff. And I'm not actually going to be deploying the travois until I get to the bottom, because there's no point in deploying it until I get to the bottom. As much as I would like to, the main thing is getting everything, you know, that I want to bring with me now down the ropes. But to be honest, now that I'm thinking about it, now that I'm so close to getting down there with the travois, most of the stuff that I need is already down there, waiting for me. I left it there on purpose for this very reason. So, like, there's also an argument to be made for maybe I could just leave 20 pounds of stuff behind. I'll just have to look and see if that's possible. I'll certainly do that as much as I can, because that will reduce the burden of taking 2 trips. And by the way, if you're wondering, like, if you're not new to the Long Dark, but maybe you haven't played it very much or haven't played it in a long time, and you're not, like, super familiar with the mechanics that I'm talking about, I'm not super familiar with them either. But we have this device in the game now that allows us to walk around with more stuff, but we have to carry it behind us. It's not just a backpack or a buff like we've had in the past to increase carrying capacity. It's actually something that helps us bring things around from place to place, which is really nice. But now you have to kind of manage where you leave it. You have to be very careful with those things. Hi, bunnies. All right, I'm seeing snowflakes. That's not a good sign. Not what I wanted to see as I stepped up here. I also haven't quite got eyes on all the wolves in the area, so I'm a little bit concerned as to where the other one might be, but I'm close enough to the door now. I think I'm good. All right, so we just need to rest long enough to get our temperature back up, to get our energy level all the way back up, because we're going to need every bit of it for these climbs, most likely. I plugged in 4. We're not going to get 4. I'm just being thorough. Okay, we're going to drink some water, and I can also... So, do I need the broth, or do I lose it? Because, like, that's one of the heaviest things I'm carrying, but I'm also carrying a ton of potatoes. You know, so let's eat the potatoes. Let's do that. That probably is one of the smartest things that I can do right now. Because every 3 potatoes is a pound. And every 3 potatoes is about 900. A little bit, about 850 maybe calories. All right, 2 full to eat. Nice. All right, so let's drink some water. And now, moment of truth. Like, what can I drop? One thing I could do... Let's repair my stuff before I leave. Because I can get rid of some of the material that I'm lugging around. Including on, you know, getting rid of it on failures like that. That's our first repair failure in maybe the entire series. It's been a minute since we've had a repair fail. We've gotten very lucky with the dice this particular series. Okay, so this has a dual purpose. Obviously, I want to be warm enough, but also if I get, you know, these repairs aren't really necessary, but if I get rid of some of the cloth that I'm carrying, that's less to lug around. All right, so that's enough for me there. Let's see. I want to try and hold on to the coal, but at the same time, I know there's going to be so much where I'm going. I'm not going to worry about it. We're going to drop the tinder. Keep all the rest of this. I'll drink the reishi tea. I know it seems a little bit counterproductive, but that's almost a half pound right there. Now we only have 10 pounds of stuff extra, which is nice. Clothing-wise, there's nothing I can drop. Food-wise, there's nothing I can drop. I can eat 1 more potato. That's nice. Oh, wait, hang on. I need to be sorting by weight. Drink that water. We're so close. This is actually really nice, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. I could lose most of the cooking oil, or half of it. Let's do that. I can drop 1 of the containers of salt. Tell you what, let's drop 2 of the containers of salt. That's another pound right there. Let's drop all the charcoal. Let's drop that can, because we'll find another can. That's not an issue. anything else? I mean, at this point, it would be really sciencing it out. So I think what I'm going to do at this point is go for this. So there's some cedar firewood. I'm not going to worry about that. Ironically, I'm not very well rested at the moment. So tell you what, if I'm going to do this, let's do it properly. I'm going to sleep for a bit. This will be an evening exit. I'm not going to end this episode until I've deployed the travois and dragged it around for a bit. I'm excited about this. So I just want to make sure I'm fully ready. The weather actually sounds good, which is nice to hear. Weather's perfect. Oh my god. What a gift from the game. What a frickin' gift. Okay, let's step back here. I'm gonna hug this wall. Not gonna deploy the travois until we get to the base of the rope. There's just no point. I might even wait until I get all the way down to the bottom of the canyon. Again, I haven't done this before. I've seen a few people use it. I've watched the gameplay preview videos, obviously, when the patch was released. But this is going to be my first time deploying this travois ever. As a player. It's certainly my first time building one this episode. Which is exciting to say, in a way, by the way. Like, we've been playing The Long Dark together. There's been a few pauses. One long pause. Sorry about that. Been a few pauses, but we've been playing The Long Dark together since 2015, Legion. It's going on 10 years at this point. More than 8, going on 9, and also going on 10. So it's cool to be able to say, like, hey, there's something really cool that I'm about to do for the very first time on camera that I saved for this series. So, let's go ahead and, first of all, drink some water. This is going to be pretty easy, actually, because the main thing I need to leave is probably, to tell you the truth, I could just leave the water. Like, I can make more water down there. Like, I don't need to come back for that, Now that I'm thinking about this, hold on. Yeah, that's the solution. I can just leave the water. So with that in mind, what's like one more thing? Yeah, that's totally it. That's the solution. We're going to be good to go. I just need to figure out a few more things to drop. I can drop those rose hips. Absolutely. Rose hips are abundant. Those will be available to me in the future. Now I need to find just one more pound of things that I could drop. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Let's drop those. And this I just won't have to make multiple trips if I do this. This is so perfect. Okay. Obviously I can't eat that many cattails, or I won't even eat an entire cattail there. Man, I just need to, like, lose one more thing somewhere. I don't have that many. I'm not using firearms a lot right now, so I'm going to drop those 2 cleaning kits. Hell yes, let's go. No multiple trips required. That worked out. I'm so happy right now. Especially, I mean, it wasn't a great feeling to realize, oh crap, gotta go back and get the cooking utensils and things. But we've got all that reading done. Got a lot of skill in. This has been a very productive visit to Milton, because it turned into a visit to HRV as well. And now we can head to some of the more interesting and newer areas in the zone. That area I've already explored, but I'm still seeing some stuff, so let me take a quick peek in here. I will grab this stick, because, oh, just kidding, no I won't. I thought for sure I'd have room for that. But apparently not. Hold on. If I eat a bit of this cooked potato... Nope. Nope, can't do it. I tried. Let's just get down to the bottom. I know. I need to deploy the travois. I need to. It's a thing that has to happen. I'm not going to deploy it. One of the reasons I'm not going to deploy it till I get to the bottom of this slope here is I know that there are some bugs with it, and so I'm going to have to learn, hopefully not the hard way, during this series. Like, I'm going to have to learn, like, where I should and shouldn't, like, put it down. So I'm going to be extra careful here. And of course, what's funny about this situation is that at the moment, I'm actually not encumbered by anything. So I'm going to grab a couple of sticks just in order to create the desired effects. There's some rose hips here. Now we may have to do some moose dodging, some wolf dodging as well, to be honest. But there is the potential for a moose here, so I need to be mindful of that. There are also cattails here, so I can grab those. I'll even grab the tinder, because I can. Okay, moment of truth. Here we go. It is pretty cold. Actually, it's not that bad. All right, so let's stand right here. Deploy the travois. There she is. Open it up. And now we're going to put a bunch of stuff that we don't actively need in our inventory on the travois for the first time. I'm going to go kind of step by step through here. We'll keep the tinder there. Extra painkillers, yep. First time ever getting to do this. This is pretty freaking cool. Just getting to decide, wow, 165 pounds. How much is it going to slow me down when that thing's full? I don't know. I genuinely have no idea. All right, so things I'm not going to need on me because they're cooking related, like that I can't consume directly, I'll put on the travois. Gunpowder. What could possibly go wrong? We'll put that on the travois. Wouldn't it be great if they added a system? I'm kidding, it would not be great. Please don't do this, Handelin, but if they added a system, you know, that allowed you... Oh my god, that would be hilarious. If they added a system that, like, could let the travois blow up. In case anyone wasn't coming with me on that thought. There you go. Alright. Yay! Okay, so still mouse steering. Interesting. Interesting the way it changes movement. I was thinking there might be a little bit of WASD steering, but there's not. It's still just looking around. But there's some movement lag to it, and obviously you can't turn around while you're carrying it. How do I... Okay, so you drop it using the spacebar. So you can literally do nothing while carrying the travois. Look at my mittens. Oh my god, this is so cool! So if you're newer to the channel and you didn't thoroughly pick up on all the hints I've dropped in recent episodes and... like, since the beginning of the series, really. I was very cheeky in episode 1 of this series because I was like, oh yeah, let me not, you know, order the way in which I talk about these new features in a way that's important to me or relevant to me as a creator and player of the Long Dark whatsoever. And then the first thing I mention is this thing. The reason that I did that, and the reason I joke, is that I, like many Long Dark players and content creators, have a way of just lugging a lot of crap around constantly. Alright, I'm going to circle around this rock real quick, because I want to see something. Oh! It's leaving tracks! I knew it was going to do that, I just wanted to see it. Alright, so you have to literally back up. It's like you're driving a truck. You're dragging a trailer behind you in the Long Dark. This is so great. Okay, so now we're just making our way. The moose isn't here, thankfully. We're just making our way across the ice. We're going to head over here to the cabin. I'm going to create a save point because I just need to end the episode. But now I can pop everything else here on the travois as soon as I get here. We're going to leave the travois on the ice. Oh, there's that. Can I pick a cattail? Very important question here. Oh, I can't. So let's drop that. Alright. 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 Well, there's the first tinge of disappointment. I can't pick cattails. I'm not going to grab those two. I can't pick them up. Wait, it said 97% there. Interesting. So that's all. The condition of that is already... How is it already at 97%? That's concerning. I've just started using it. That's very concerning indeed. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. Got a bunch of cattails here that I can pick later. I'm going to stop here. Put the travois down. Leave that stuff there.
Always making my head feel thick.
Now, obviously, plenty of stuff still here to make a fire with, which I will use. Is it the... It's pretty much the end of the day, so we probably just need to have this fire going for the night, I would imagine. But for now, I'm just going to light a fire that will keep me warm while I sleep for an hour and end this episode. Because we've gone 46 minutes here, Legion, just to get this thing done. And to celebrate having this thing in place for the first time ever on the channel in the Against All Odds series, which again has been going for almost 10 years at this point. There's more than just the travois coming, not only in this update, but in future updates. We've already seen so many quality additions, like the cooking we did at the end of the last episode. So many quality updates to the Long Dark as a consequence of this update coming out, and of this DLC that's now available for the Long Dark. So it's been really fantastic, but there's more to be experienced. Tell you what, let's go ahead and just sleep for an hour. Get the save point. Fire's more than hot enough. And with that, I will go ahead and stop this one here. In the next one, we're gonna do some aurora wolf dodging, probably. Either that, or we'll find a way to sleep through the night as we carry our travois to Forlorn Muskeg, and then to the Forsaken Airfield in the Far Territory, so that we can actually get the shortwave radio and have the full world of possibilities ahead of us as we continue Season 01 of Against All Odds. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. For channel emotes and member badges, look for the join button to learn more. New episodes drop every day but Wednesday at 1 p.m. US Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome, so leave your thoughts below, and I'll see you next time.